Balance. What is balance? Everyone speaks about it like it's something that you're supposed to find. Like it's some gold standard of adulthood, and once you find it, everything will suddenly make sense and you'll start living life on easy mode. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you'll see that I'm always doing 1,001 things at once, and it seems like I have my life mostly together. I often get asked how I balance everything in my life, and I find that question quite funny because I certainly don't feel balanced. As someone with multiple passions, multiple avenues from which I draw meaning, sometimes I feel like the world isn't built for me. It's almost like the world is begging me to just pick one thing and get really good at that one thing. After all, a jack of all trades is a master of none. I always get really bad stomach pain whenever I run, and when I was speaking to the personal trainer at the gym, he said just try honey and salt. So I'll do that in a second, but first things first, we gotta wear sunscreen. We don't play about our sunscreen in this house. I have an interval run scheduled today. I didn't bring a spoon. I did not think this through. Okay, wait. Don't look. I do not want to do it, but I know I'll feel better once I'm done, so let's just go. Even with content creating, I've been told to niche down and grow my audience from just one thing, and to be honest, it is solid advice, but what do I do when there's a multitude of things that make me me? I know a lot of you want me to talk more about my actuarial journey, and it's not that I don't want to, but I just don't want to be known for just one thing. I'd rather have a wide breadth of knowledge across many topics than expertise in just one. And to be honest, Axi is the least interesting thing about me. In fact, it's the last thing I mention when I'm asked to introduce myself, if I even mention it at all. Now, I'm gonna go home, shower. What's the time? You have to go home, shower, eat, and then we're gonna go play tennis. I love it when winter feels like summer. This is the best weather ever. Cape Town. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, the only time that I'll ever bring up Axi unprompted is if it's under duress. Like, I don't want to talk about that thing. Anyway, I was doing some research and I found out that the average person can only juggle 3 to 5 major life tasks or projects at a time. And the human brain can't actually multitask. So when we're juggling life, what we're actually doing is rapidly switching between tasks, diverting attention from one area to another. And this constant shifting leads to cognitive fatigue, which is why handling too many things lowers the quality of your output. How cool is the human brain?
This must be the most expensive fan I've ever seen in my life.
Since the start of the year, my habits drifted towards whatever neatly fit inside my 9 to 5. So whatever caused the least amount of friction is what I did. Which is why my online disappearances and reappearances coincided with my busy and least busy periods. And I haven't quite figured out how to be a little bit more balanced.
Okay, cool. Thanks, guys.
That's a wrap, baby! I've decided to pick up a new hobby. Swimming. Now, historically, I've been horrific at swimming. Give me any land sport and I got you. But as soon as you put me in the water, I don't know what happens. It's not good. But the thing that irritates me is, you know, my sister's a swimmer out of the two of us, but I taught her how to swim. I know all the mechanics of swimming. Like, I literally taught her and she's a really good swimmer. But for some odd reason, when you put me in the water, we need to change that. Now, I want to start surfing. And so one night I Googled, do I need to know? And it completed my sentence. So apparently I do need to know how to swim in order to surf. Who would have thought? And before you start clowning me, the fact that I finished my sentence means that a lot of people were searching the same thing. So, okay, we could all just collectively be dumb. But like, you know, either way, the surfing is happening. One thing I hated in high school was how big my braids were under my cap. Like, it would always be a multi-person endeavor just to get that cap over my head. And now we have Afro caps. It's just interesting because when you are navigating in a world that's not built for you, you never stop to question why things are the way they are. You just adapt. So that feeling, like, okay, for example, the first time we got skin tones for emojis, or the first time I had a band-aid that actually matched my skin, like it literally blended into my skin, I felt this weird sense of like, wow, this is how it's meant to feel like. So I'm really super excited to have this Afro cap. I mean, my head's still gonna be huge, but at least my head won't be waterlogged, because in addition to it being a multi-person endeavor to get the caps over my head, it would either fly off by the time I get halfway through the pool, or my braids would end up being waterlogged anyway. So what was the point of wearing the cap in the first place? But yeah, I'm super excited for my new swimming journey, guys. I can't wait. And this is gonna be me. Like, there we go. In a week's time, that's gonna be me. I love Bash because I literally ordered my swimming costume and stuff yesterday, and it arrived today. So, and for once Cape Town wasn't like ridiculously cold, so I decided to take advantage of the opportunity. I can't believe I'm swimming again after so many years. And all I'm gonna say is you swimmers are extremely fit, because one lap and I was severely out of breath. Anyway, I'm gonna put this mic down because it's not waterproof. But this is bringing back so many like childhood memories. Guys, swimming is so much fun. Swimming is so much fun when you're not forced, because this was generally the worst part of PE. I hated it. So yeah, this is so much fun. I definitely am gonna get out and swim at least once a week. But I'm stacking so many sports now. Like I'm playing tennis, I'm swimming, I'm playing netball again, I'm running. And guys, I just want to say, like, the only reason that I'm being this active and doing this many sports and stuff is because my academics have taken a backseat. So everyone who keeps thinking that I always do 1,001 things, right now academics have been on major pause, which is why the other aspects of my life are coming back. But guys, swimming is so much fun. When you're not forced to do it, swimming is so much fun. So, back to balance. I like to think of balance as juggling. By the way, I actually can juggle. In fact, you know what? Hold on. Let me show you. I can juggle 3, and I can juggle 2 just fine. But when it comes to 4, things no longer make sense. The point is, the older you get, the more metaphorical tennis balls get added to the mix. Okay guys, we're here to play tennis. And this is my favorite thing to do.
Is that a new can?
Yeah!
You don't say!
You see guys, tennis players and tennis balls.
Nah, I need to.
Why do people do drugs? Why do people do drugs when this is available? It literally is. Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
That hit.
Yeah.
The issue with life is that we can very easily get wrapped up in one thing to the point where we just forget to stop living. When chasing goals, whether it's starting a business, buying that dream car, climbing the corporate ladder, it's so easy to forget the other aspects of your life that make you you. Take it from me, I've been running on autopilot for maybe 2 years now, and to be perfectly honest, I didn't even realize we're in July. And I keep delaying my life. I say to myself, I'll do this when I pass this milestone, when I pass this board exam, when I get this job. And I get so caught up in chasing the goal that I forget that chasing the goal is the fun part.
I haven't been in the gym.
Guys, you should have seen.
Since before exams, but hey man.
Okay, but cardio, what about cardio?
Yeah, I don't do cardio.
Yeah, we can tell.
Yeah.
We can tell today.
Today was, I was winded, bro. Yo, it was bad.
That's the problem with
It
tennis.
was so
You
bad.
need to play tennis at a
Yeah.
match level to be tennis fit. Like, it's
Thanks.
literally hard.
You literally can't wake up and expect to play at a decent level if you are unfit.
I think that's why I've been having so much fun this year. Because I'm no longer worried about the past or the future. And I've been waking up every single day excited. I've also just been saying yes to so many random side quests this year that I accidentally on purpose signed myself up to start playing tennis matches for my old club again. And if you know me, tennis matches and tournaments are the most anxiety-inducing things I've ever had to do. I have always hated them, but here we are. Actually, if anyone wants to come be a wag at one of my tennis matches, go ahead. Actually, please don't. Your presence is probably going to stress me out. Don't do that. Anyway, I'm having fun. I'm having fun studying for my exams, passing my exams, failing my exams. I am no longer obsessed with the outcome. I am simply enjoying the process of becoming. It actually hit me earlier this year that I was so sad last year. And the only reason I noticed is because I've been so infinitely happy this year. And for the longest time, I didn't understand why or how the change came about. The hurdles in my life are exactly the same. Objectively, I actually have very little to be happy about. But I think as soon as I switched from destination to journey mindset, everything just fell into place. Welcome everyone to our weekly board meeting. I have received apologies from our resident athlete as she has unfortunately suffered a shoulder injury for not warming up before serving yesterday and is currently recovering.
Well, what did you expect? We're not 18 anymore.
What is your problem? Anyway, let's start off with the positives. Thank you to our academic for bringing up time tracking in our last meeting. I believe the data that we're going to be finding from this is only going to be valuable.
I had a sneaky suspicion that we were wasting time, and seeing as it's exam season, we needed to fix that.
Speaking of time wasting, I was looking at our report from last week and I've just sent it across for you guys to look at. Can anyone care to explain why we spent 21 hours time wasting last week?
Don't look at me, she's the social media one.
Excuse me? My job is incredibly important.
Yeah, right. Which one of us is going to become the actuary here?
Okay, but who's bringing in the money now? Who's paying for the board exams now? If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have had the Nivea partnership in the first place.
Ladies. Okay. I can concede that. But you spend far too much time doom scrolling. Why do you think our wasted hours are so high? It's because of you.
Ladies. In my defense, doom scrolling is a form of research. You do realize we have other things to do, right? Empires to build, businesses to start, husbands to find. We don't have time to be writing the same exam. Fix it!
I'm so scared of her.
Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 on a Saturday, and we are on campus. I have a study session with my friends today, and you know, campus is so quiet. And it's times like this when I realize that we're at the best university in Africa. We're in the African Ivy Leagues. Because it's very hard to enjoy UCT when you're going through the most.
Yeah, so getting back into the swing of studying all the time again has been a little rough. Also, I probably should explain my timesheet. I'm insane and I love data, and I love gamifying my productivity. So when I had the sneaky suspicion that I was wasting my time, I had to investigate. Because finding out that you wasted 1 out of 7 days in a week on your phone, 21 hours, is crazy work. So I'm so glad the board of directors was there to make sure that I'm in line, because sometimes you really just have to yell at yourself. I find that if I don't time track, I'll either just continue working with no end in sight, or think I'm doing a lot when I'm actually just doing nonsense. So having documented focus sessions has done wonders for my confidence and academic fulfillment. Especially because I have a big problem of not giving myself enough brain rest, so I just end up burning out every exam season due to not sleeping enough. And now that I can see exactly where my time goes, the fact that I only get 4 hours of sleep before my exams is very unnecessary. I genuinely had enough hours in the day if I didn't waste it on that damn phone. Our parents were right, it's that damn phone! Continuing with my extended metaphor, when juggling life, some of the balls that we have in the air are glass, meaning we can't afford to drop them or they'll shatter, and some are just regular tennis balls. So if they drop, it's not the end of the world, we can just pick them up and continue whenever we can. And I do believe we can get better at juggling things. At one time I only knew how to do 2, and then I learned 3, and one day I might be able to do 4. Either way, you can always add more to your plate. The question is it worth it? Point is, I don't have balance. There's always something that's taking the fall. There's always a ball that I'm dropping. A better way of thinking about balance isn't getting everything done all the time, but rather rotating your priorities. And for that, you need to know yourself very well. Makes me so happy. Guys, why does anyone do drugs? This is the best thing ever, oh my god. Welcome back, everyone. It's nice to see everyone back after their various endeavors. Especially nice to see our resident athlete back. Thank you. I thought it was your shoulder. How did you twist your arm and your ankle now?
Come on, man. Anyway, I have in front of me the report for the past 2 weeks, okay? So, time wasted, down from 21 hours 2 weeks ago, to 7 hours last week, and finally to 4 hours this week.
Wow. I'm so proud of you. What the heck?
Now for study hours. We went from 6 hours a day to an average of 8 hours a day, and now we're averaging 10 hours a day without being burnt.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
Yep.
I agree. That deserves a round of applause.
Louder.
Well done,
That's all
everyone.
me.
Well done.
All me. You're welcome.
You know what we need to
You're
do?
welcome.
We need to make a
You just leave
video.
the videos alone, man. Like every time, video. What's wrong with
But
you?
how are people gonna know if we don't make a video?
Hey, team.
I'm super proud of us. Let's go ace this board exam season.
Yeah, let's do it.
Meeting adjourned. So yes, I'm an academic, a multi-sport athlete, a writer, a YouTuber. I'm creative and analytical, and I won't get trapped in one box, and I won't feel bad for not niching down. Because the world only ever tells you half the quote. A jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one.